Hello everyone, today we are solving the problem Kingdom's Tower of Strength. The problem says that in the ancient kingdom of Tribonia, the king built a tower of strength to protect his people. Each floor of the tower represents the kingdom's strength on that day. The strength of the tower follows a special rule. On day 0, the tower had 0 floors. On day 1, it grew to 1 floor. On day 2, it had 1 floor. From day 3 and onwards, the number of floors added each day was the sum of the floors added on the previous 3 days. The king is curious to know the height of the tower on the nth day, and we need to help him. So basically, we're given these three base cases. That is, on day 0, it had 0 floors. On day 1, it grew to 1. On day 2, it stayed at 1. And then from day 3 and onwards, we're given this formula, that is the strength or the height of the tower on that day is the sum of the height in the previous 3 days. Right? Input is the first line is the integer, which represents the number of test cases. The next T lines is basically an integer n, which represents the nth day that we need to calculate the number of floors or the height of the strength of the tower. Constraints, you can see the test cases are less than or equal to 10 to the power 3, and the day n will be less than or equal to 37. Output is expected in the form of an integer. Here you can see the sample input for two test cases, 1 4 and 125. For 4 we have answer 4, and for 25 we have this huge number. Before we jump to the solution, let us look at the sample input. For n equal to 4, we need to calculate the height on the day 4. So for day 4, we need to know the height on day 3, day 2 and day 1. We know the height on day 1 and day 2, it is given as a base case. But for day 3, we need to use the formula, right? So for day 3, we need to calculate it. So day 3 will be height on day 0, which is 0, height on day 1, which is 1, and height on day 2, which is 1. So if you sum it up, we'll get 2, which is the height on day 3. Now day 3 plus day 2 plus day 1 will give us day 4, height on day 4. So just add it up and you'll get 4. So that's how the answer will be 4 for n is equal to 4. Now let us look at the different approach that we can follow. The first one is a very basic recursive approach. This problem is very similar to the Fibonacci problem. So instead of two base cases, we are given three here. Day 0 the height was 0, day 1 the height was 1, and on day 2 the height was 1. We can write these base cases in our recursive function, and for height and for day greater than or equal to 3, we know the formula for to calculate that, which is basically the sum of height on the previous 3 days. We can write that up in our function as well, and we'll call the function with given integer n. Now this approach will give us an exponential time complexity of 3 power n, which is very large and not optimal at all. So we need a better and optimal solution. Optimal approach is a bottom-up DP approach. So in this approach, we'll go iterative first of all, and we'll store the base cases for day 0, day 1, and day 2 in three variables a, b, and c. And these three variables a, b, and c will constantly be used to represent the height on the previous 3 days. A will represent the height on day n minus 3. B will be used to represent height on n minus 2, and C will be used to represent the height on n minus 1 day. We'll start the iterative process. We'll start the loop from day 3 and onwards, and just keep on calculating using the formula. And also, while we have done the calculation, we'll update A, B, C, N as well. So A will become C, B will become A will become B, B will become C, and C will become the newly calculated value based upon this formula. We'll keep on doing it till we reach N, and we return C, which will represent the final sum or height of the tower. This approach will give us an linear time complexity with a constant space. Now let us look at the code. The code itself is very simple. You can see I have implemented this height function. It takes integer n, the day, as the input, and I'll check if n belongs to the base case or not. If it does belong to the base case, I'll return the base values. Then I have created these three variables a, b, and c. Initialize them with the base values. I'll iterate for day 3 till day n, and for every iteration, I'm calculating the height on that day and updating the values of a with b with c, and c with the newly calculated value, right? This will keep on happening till I reach n, and finally, when I come out of this loop, I'll have the answer in the c variable. So I'll just return it, and that's it. This is the code. Thank you very much.